So I'm Mets Kramer. Um, I did student works back. I think it just stopped being student painters back in starting in '91 or so as a painter, and then '93, I think '94 was my first year as a manager. Um, I did it for way too many years, right, Chris? And from there, I've moved into the heavy equipment world, where I worked for many major manufacturers and dealers. And now I work as a management consultant in that industry, helping primarily smaller dealers with their business operations. Um, Before student works painting, I was probably a little cockier. One of the best things about my experience at student works was actually my worst year. I didn't appreciate it then, but it's been something that I've learned to appreciate over all the years since, to understand and spend more time thinking about why I was successful and why I wasn't. And I think that is probably one of my best takeaways from my time with student works as a manager. I never really had any reservations about doing it. I started as a painter, and as soon as I was a painter and really the key crew chief for my manager, I knew I wanted to do it myself. Um, it's a satisfying way to spend my summer. It's nonstop work, but I met a lot of great people, and I think one of the things that was best about it was meeting people who also saw value in being productive, in taking a chance, and then in taking that chance, realizing that putting all their effort into it paid off, that there was a return for having spent that and not just getting a straightforward summer job. I probably needed to sleep a lot afterwards because it was nonstop working. Um, Working with student works, one of the key things that I learned was what you're really selling. And again, I wish I'd known it or understood it as early as when I was actually a manager, but I learned to really appreciate when you're talking to people what you were selling. And often it isn't what you think you're selling. Um, and I that's my big takeaway now when I speak to people, when I talk to potential clients or existing clients, um, really to understand what their real needs are and what I'm really representing and what I'm selling, and not maybe the direct service that I will eventually deliver. Um, the three places that I really still feel it is the time I spend on understanding things, um, situations prior to doing them, um, understanding why I was successful, or why something worked and why something else didn't work. And a huge part of it is confidence. You know, having done it, having been successful, um, having told myself that I can trust myself to go out and work and be successful, to earn a living um, on my own, is a great piece of confidence to have. Many people struggle with that in salary corporate work. They feel like there's nothing to do, but the experience with student works taught me that I can leave corporate life and I can work for myself and it'll work out. Um, it's something I would recommend to anyone. I wish I could get my kids to do this when they go to university. Um, so I would definitely recommend this to anyone thinking about whether or not they should spend their summer running their own business, learning to manage people and work with people, learning to communicate with customers. There's really no better experience for preparing you for what you'll learn in future years after school than spending a summer taking a chance. And that's it. Thank you, Chris. It's been great fun.